Good morning, students. Today we are going to understand chapter 6, Senses of Animals. And in this chapter we all will understand about senses in animals and their importance, sense of smell, sight, sound, touch and taste in animals, how animals sleep and communicate. So students, let's start. Students, just like human beings, animals also have sense organs that help them to locate food, communicate with each other, find a safe place to live and protect themselves from danger. Students, any organ that an animal uses to get information about its surrounding is known as a sense organ. Animals sense the environment around them by seeing, hearing, smelling, touching or by tasting. Like us, animals also have 5 sense organs. They have tongue, which is the sense organ to taste food, eyes, which helps them to see things happening around them, ears, to hear the sound, nose, which helps them to smell, and skin, which helps them to feel by touch. Students, animals may have some of their sense organs better developed than the others. Now let's understand about these different types of sense organs in detail one by one. First is sense of vision. Students, eye is the sense organ for vision. It helps us to see what is happening in our surrounding. Most of the animals use their amazing power of vision to locate their food. Birds of prey like eagles, vultures have eyeballs which are 11 mm bigger than our eyeballs. They can spot a moving object on the ground from high above in the sky. Nocturnal birds like owls catch their prey only at night. Their eye size is much bigger than ours, and their eyes are specially made for night vision. The eyes of crocodiles are placed on the top of their head, which enables them to search for their prey above water. All the members of cat family can see very well in the dark. Most of the insects have compound eyes made of thousands of lenses, which help them to get a complete picture of what they see. Most of the fishes have eyes on either side of their head to get a good and clear view of their surroundings. Let's move on to sense of smell. Students, we perceive smells through our nose via the fragrances that enter together with the air we breathe in. The sense of smell plays a vital role in finding food and discriminating it from toxic substances. A dog's nose is 100,000 times more sensitive than a human nose. This amazing ability helps a dog to find food, locate their partners, and many other things. It is because of this ability the trained dogs are used to detect bombs, drugs, and they are used in rescue missions as well. Many fishes use their sense of smell to find their prey in water. Mosquitoes smell human odor with their antennas and bite them to suck blood. Snakes and lizards flick their forked tongue to smell. Scavengers like hyenas and vultures use their sense of smell to locate dead and decomposing body to feed on. Whenever an ant locates a food item, it leaves a chemical trail along the ground which other ants follow to reach that food item. Let's move on to sense of touch. Students, using our sense of touch allows us to feel if something is hot or cold, dull or sharp, rough or smooth, or wet or dry. Our skin is packed with many sense receptors. Most of the animals have the sense organ of touch in different parts of their body. For example, cats use their whiskers as a sense of touch, which is 24 in number. That is 12 whiskers on each side. Butterflies use the hair on their wings to detect changes in the air pressure. The beak of the bird is extremely sensitive to touch as it has extrasensory nerves on its tip. Fish have sense organ along its whole body to feel the changes in water. Let's move on to sense of hearing. Students, hearing is the ability to detect sound. Humans and other animals are able to detect and differentiate between different sounds with the help of the sense organ called as ear. Our ear comprises of sensory receptors responsible for balancing our body and hearing. Dogs have a very powerful sense of hearing. They can hear the faintest sound which we cannot hear. Bats use their superior sense of hearing in the night to find food. They emit sounds to find their prey. When the sound hits a solid surface, it bounces back like an echo. The bats can recognize the type of prey by its sound and can even determine how far is it. Grasshoppers have hairs on their body to detect sounds. Crocodiles can even hear their young ones from inside their eggshells. Whales and dolphins use echoes of their sounds to move in water. Let's move on to sense of taste. Students, the sense of taste is one of the 5 basic senses. The sense of taste is mainly controlled by the taste buds which are found on our tongue. These taste buds allow us to experience taste that are sweet, salty, sour and bitter. The sense of taste helps us to enjoy food and identify harmful substances. Students, like in our body we have the tongue with taste buds which helps us to receive the sense of taste. Similarly, other organisms also have different organs which helps them to receive the sense of taste. Like in an earthworm, the entire body is covered with taste buds. Dolphins have no sense of smell, but they can taste their food. A butterfly usually lays its eggs on the leaves which can be eaten by the young caterpillar which comes out of the egg. Bees, houseflies and butterflies have taste receptors on their feet. Aquatic animals living in water have the same sense organ to taste and smell. Some fishes have taste buds in their mouth, while others have on their fins and skin. Let's move on to communication in animals. Students, animals usually communicate with each other through sounds, smells, movements and many other ways. They make different types of sounds to indicate various emotions like love, sorrow, anger, thirst, danger, hunger, etc. Birds use different calls to communicate with their flock members. Chimpanzees greet each other by touching their hands. Elephants entwine their trunks with each other to show affection. Dogs express themselves by howling, growling and barking. Female glowworms communicate with male worms by making a series of flashes. Apes communicate through different symbols. Honeybees guide other bees to the source of food by dancing. They use a special pattern of movement to tell others about the direction of food and its distance from the beehive. Let's move on to our next topic, which is sleeping pattern in animals. Students, sleep is a basic necessity for most of the animals. Just like us, animals also feel tired if they do not get adequate sleep. Some animals sleep for longer hours while others need smaller time to sleep. Some animals like to sleep in one long session, while animals like cats and dogs sleep in many short intervals. Dogs sleep with their eyes closed, while cows sleep with open eyes. Horses sleep while standing. Migratory birds sleep while flying. Fishes and snakes sleep with open eyes as they do not have eyelids. Bats hang upside down to sleep. Animals like snakes, lizards, polar bears hibernate in the winter season. They sleep for the whole winter season, utilizing the stored fat in their body as food. They wake up only when summer approaches. Students, hibernation is a deep sleep that helps animals to save energy and survive the winter without eating much. So students, in this way the explanation of this entire chapter is complete. Do give a thumbs up and don't forget to share this video with your other classmates. Now let's move on to our book exercises. Question number 1. Encircle the correct option. Now students, in each of the subparts, there are 2 options given and we have to encircle the correct option as per the sentence. Part first, polar bear or deer hibernates during the winter season. So students, we all know that polar bears hibernates during winter season. Hibernation means going for a long sleep. So it's the polar bear which we have to circle. Part 2, horses or camels sleep while standing. So horses sleep while standing. So here we will encircle horses. Part 3, birds use different calls to communicate with their herd or flock. So students, a group of birds is called as flock. So here we will circle flock. Part 4, the beak or claws of a bird is sensitive to touch. So it is the beak of a bird which is sensitive to touch. Part 5, sparrow or eagle is a bird of prey. So eagle is the bird of prey. Part 6. All the members of the cat or mammal family can see in the dark. So it is cat. All the members of the cat family can see in the dark. So here we will circle cat. Now let's move on to question number 2. Give 2 examples of each of the following. Part first, animals with strong sense of smell. So students, here I have written dogs and vultures. Other than dogs and vultures, you can also write bears, hyenas, foxes. They all have strong sense of smell. Part 2, birds of prey, hawks and eagles. Third, nocturnal animals. Nocturnal animals are those animals which hunt in the night. They can see very well in the dark, and that is why they are able to hunt in the night. So here I have written bats and owls. Part 4, animals with compound eyes. So bees, ants, houseflies, butterflies, they all have compound eyes. Sounds made by dogs. So howling, growling, barking, these all are different sounds which are made by dogs. Let's move on to question number 3. Name the animals which. Part first, sleeps with open eyes. So snakes. Part 2, makes flashes of lights. So glowworms. Third, has caterpillars as babies. So it's the butterflies. Fourth, has taste buds on its body. So it's earthworm. Fifth, has eyes on either side of the head. So it is the crocodile. Let's move on to question number 4. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. Why do animals need sense organs? Answer. Animals need sense organs to help them locate food, communicate with each other, find a safe place to live, and protect themselves from danger. Question number 2. Which sense organs in preying birds help them to locate their food? Answer. Birds of prey like eagles and vultures have eyeballs which are 11 mm bigger than our eyeballs. They can easily spot a moving object on the ground from high above in the sky. So it is the eyes in preying birds which help them to locate their food. Question number 3. How do animals that live in water taste things? Answer. Animals that live in water have the same sense organ to taste and smell. Some fishes have taste buds in their mouth, while others have on their fins and skin. Question number 4. Explain different ways of communication in animals. Answer. Animals communicate with each other through sounds, smells, movements, and many other ways. They make different types of sounds to indicate various emotions like love, sorrow, anger, thirst, danger, hunger, etc. Question number 5. Why do animals need to sleep? Answer. Sleep is a basic necessity for most animals. Just like us, animals also feel tired if they do not get adequate sleep. Let's move on to HOTS. Why do snakes keep flickering their forked tongue? Answer. Snakes keep flickering their forked tongue to smell. This flickering allows them to bring odor from the air to a specialized organ inside their mouth that can interpret this information. So students, in this way, the reading, explanation, book exercises and question and answer of this chapter is complete. Hope you learned something new in today's class. Do give a thumbs up and don't forget to share this tutorial with your other classmates. Let's meet in the next video. Until then, stay happy and keep learning.